What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Brother George Macon messaged me last night on WhatsApp. He was complaining about some of the brothers that have shown up on Kevin Samuels' Men's Accountability Week, and I hadn't got a chance to listen to Kevin's stream because I'm in Europe. So when Kevin comes on YouTube, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So unfortunately, I'm not able to make it. But I was checking out World Star Hip Hop, where one of Kevin Samuels' videos went viral again. Now, interestingly enough, every time that Kevin Samuels goes viral, he's always talking to a woman, typically black, and it's typically a reality check. But in this particular case, and I won't play the clip here because I have so much commentary I want to give you this that I don't want the clip to get in the way. You have an African-American brother who comes on to Kevin Samuels' show and says that black women have always been his enemy. They've always been in the way of progress and things like that. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of black men who have experienced certain elements of, being recalcitrant or, impeding progress in their family. I know a lot of black men have talked about this with their own moms, sisters, and relatives. Okay, so I can understand a brother looking at it like, well, my mom and my sister or my aunts, they were against, progress, or they hated men, and I was treated real bad because I look like my dad. I get that, okay? But what we see with a lot of black men, and I hate to say this, and this is the manosphere, so we have to be quite honest. What we see from a lot of black men is the same type of entitlement to a certain degree and victim blaming that you see women do. Okay? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, because the brother comes on and says, they've always been in, black women that he's known have been halting progress in the relationship. And then he talks about a woman who he was getting ready to marry. The woman was an MD, PhD, so she was getting a degree in medicine. The PhD was in chemistry. I'm willing to bet that's probably biochemistry, right? Because most PhDs in medicine wouldn't take like inorganic or physical or organic chemistry. It's probably biochemistry or cellular biology related. So he has this beautiful black woman, he says, that's an MD. And Kevin asks him, what does he do? He's a musician and an Uber driver. Okay? Kevin then gets ready to go in. And he said, hold on, brother. What did you say? Are you serious? Are you trolling me? Because Kevin is in disbelief that here you are, a brother who was an Uber driver and a musician, talking about you working on your finances, yet black women are the enemy. Now, I want to say this real quick, because some of you guys think that, people like me or Kevin are elitist. Listen, man, we've all worked jobs in the regular sector. I've worked jobs. I've worked when I was a young person at KFC. I know what it's like to work your way up, okay? So I'm not dissing anybody who drives Uber or dissing anybody who's a musician. But you're talking about black women are the enemy, and you're broke, okay? You're not a man who is not fully developed yet. You haven't even put the effort into yourself to be somebody. So if you get with a lady that's an MD, PhD, and you are an Uber driver and a musician, well, of course you're going to feel some kind of way. She might like you at first, but as time goes along, that woman not going to be able to respect you like that. Now, I know that it shouldn't be that way, but we already know what's going on in America. Okay? And I hate to see black men come around and blame black women for every damn thing. Okay? Well, as if black women are stopping you from what you're supposed to be doing. Like you're supposed to go to work, and the black men used to always have a saying. the white man got his foot on my neck. Or as I always say, the white man holding me back, you know? So the white man is holding you back. Well, the white man is not at the door making sure you can't go to work. He not pulling you over so you ain't, sometimes stop the sugar. Some of y'all be having them weed and things. But the white man is not bothering you, where you can't go out and do nothing every day. Okay, the white man got his own problems in many cases. And the black woman ain't, you know what? For most black women, to be honest like this, if you don't go talk to them, they ain't gonna bother you. If you really want to be honest. All right? The black men who are complaining about black women, your problems will be solved if you don't approach them. Okay? Some of you brothers, and I hate to talk about this, you go to Dominican Republic, you go to Brazil, you go to Colombia. I know some of y'all go over there. I talked to E. Dean Cole. Shout out to the brother E. Dean Cole. I talked to some of you brothers in Colombia. Guess what? Some of y'all are over there broke as ever. Dusty as ever. You have the same problems you have in the Philippines that you have in America. And ain't not one black woman in sight. A lot of you brothers, let's get away from the matrix. Let's do this and that. You go over there and you still be broke. Ain't doing nothing with your damn self. You having the same problems you had in America that you have over there right now. Some of you pro-black brothers, and you go over there, I'm gonna give me an African woman. You over there just as dusty. I know you because I done met some of y'all before all across Africa. So it's not the black woman's fault for your lack of who you need to be. That's your fault. Just like when we say over here, a lot of sisters over here have made the choice to be over there with Dusty Daryl. That's their choice. And until black men want to have accountability, see, you can't just sit around and we roast sisters all day for their shortcomings, but you over here, a musician, a dusty Uber driver, in the greatest country in the world, and you can't make it, you can't make nothing out of yourself, and you complaining about women in a dusty apartment in the greatest country in the world, and you haven't made it yet, and the only reason why you haven't made it is because of you. And to be fair, that brother not gonna be able to get no kind of woman. Not white, not Mexican, not Asian. Because why? You're not operating in your masculinity. And this is the reason why a lot of sisters have no respect for black men. Black men, and you guys saw the video, I talked about Kevin Samuels helping Obsidian out. Until black men step up and decide that they're gonna do something on their own and start providing for the communities that they want to serve, building infrastructure for what they want to serve, you're going to always be blaming somebody other than what you're supposed to be doing. Because you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be at. Be where you're supposed to be at. And that's leading. Don't give me no excuse for why you can't do this or do that. Some of you brothers are operating in femininity as men. You got a penis and you got testicles, but you're operating in femininity. You're blaming your problems on other people. Men don't do that. I'm sorry, I'm from the old school. I might be young, but I'm from the old school. I don't sit around blaming women for my goddamn problems. I'm under the mindset that if you don't want to do what I need to do, you'll be gone. I get somebody else. But it's my responsibility. Okay? It's my responsibility to do what I'm supposed to do. It's my responsibility. Okay? To get out here and have something. Now, if I get to where I need to be and all of this, matter of fact, if you hanging around people and they can't contribute, that's your fault. The black woman, if I was in the States, I would be hanging around. I'm not going to be hanging around no black woman that's impede the progress. They'll be gone. Give me the ones that want to do something. And if you ain't that kind of man, you can't have nothing on. Nobody gonna respect you. And Kevin was right to check him. And some of y'all brothers need that checking too. Stop blaming your goddamn problems on women. Stop blaming your problems on black women. We know they have problems. We talk about them all the time over here. But they ain't your problem as to why you ain't where you supposed to be. Be where you supposed to be at. And leave folk alone. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Bye. back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment in the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.